Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. We meet again in another video. This video is to show you how we are going to balance the account, to find the balance of each account and then transfer that balances to trial balance. Okay, first of all, okay, you need to have the answer for your tutorial 456, the ledger answer. As you can see, you have a bank account, the debit side and the credit side, cash account, debit side, the blue one, and the credit side on the white one. So now for those who have yet to learn account in SPM or in any other classes, so the best thing, the easiest, not the best, the easiest way to calculate the balances, first of all, you need to calculate what are the total on the debit side and what are the total on the credit side. So put them on below. Okay, if you are using it manually, so you have to punch on your calculator the amount that is 100,000, add with 300, 1,200, 2,565, 80,000 and also 30 ringgit. Total this out using your calculator, but I'm using using a spreadsheet, so much easier. I use some calculations. Okay, then now we have the total of the debit side is 184,095 ringgit. So the total of the credit side, we have 35,310. So you can see the debit side has a bigger figure compared to the credit side. So you will need to use the bigger figure for the balancing figure. So you need to move this for a while. Okay, so you need to have the same amount for the debit side and credit side for balancing figure. So 184,095. So this is the total. Okay, and usually we will put one top line on the top and another one, and the bottom we have two lines, something like this. So to show that this is, we call it as the balancing figure. So as you can see, if you total up, this one is only 35,310, and the total should be 184,095 ringgit. So there should be a figure here in order to total up to this figure. So this is we call as balances, and the balances must have date, that is September 30. Okay, then we will write as balance carry down, balance CD, balance carry down, and this figure is actually, you will take the figure 180 184,095 ringgit deduct with this figure, the total of debit side that you calculate previously. So that, oops, sorry about just now. Okay, so you need to calculate the balances, which is you will take the amount of the balancing figure deduct with the total of debit, the total of credit side that you calculate just now. So you will have 148,785 as the ending balance of bank account on September 30th. So balance carried down is actually the ending balance of bank account. So, and these balances will be carried on for the next month. That is, if you have here the balance CD on the credit side, so the balances for the next month should be on the other side, means that on the debit side. So we will put here October 1st, the next month. So you write balances, balance, but this one we call it brought down. Balance brought down. Okay. Balance brought down is actually the opening balance for this account, bank account, for the next month, means that for October. So we will use the same amount, that is 148,785. The same amount as this one. Okay, you try later with the cash account. You may stop the video and try to calculate for the cash account. Okay, I'll show you the next one for discount receipt, because the bank account, we have a debit balance. We call it as a debit balance, means the opening balances for the next month for the bank account is on the debit side. So we call it as the debit balance. So discount receipt, as you can see, we only have one record on the credit side. So again, we need to total up, okay, the debit side and also the credit side. As we can see, the debit side here is 0 and the credit side is 240. So you can see that this is the credit side, but credit side total is definitely more than the debit side. So we delete that 0 figure, we put the same figure, the same balancing figure for debit side and also the credit side. Okay. So now you do not have any record on the debit side, so it's 0. So the balances we will calculate as okay, September 30. So the balance carry down, the closing balance should be 240. So now we have, okay, we call it balance because we have a record of 240 here and record of 240 here. So we call it as balance. Even though you have one record, you need to calculate the balances. Okay, so the next month for October, 1st of October, so your balance brought down, BD is brought down, is 240. Okay, next one. For example, Gypsy's number height. If we calculate the debit balance is 5,000, and as you can see, the credit balance, the credit total, sorry about that, the debit total is 5,000 and the credit total is also 5,000. It's the same amount. So when it is a same amount, so it does not have any balance. If we look into the questions again, actually we already settled off all the debt, our debt to Gypsy's number height. We pay everything, so do not have any balances. You see the same here and here. So the next one is to create the trial balance. First, you need to write on the name of the company. It's Asri Trading. Okay, then the title is Trial Balance as at 30th September 2019. And we have the topic or the subtopic is particular debit and credit column. So we have debit column and credit column. So, and you need to list out all the balances of each account. For example, we have bank account, bank, and the balances, it should be debit balance. So we put 184. Okay, so sorry, 148785. Okay. And the discount received, should be at credit side, because the balances on the credit side 240. So always remember, the debit side are asset, drawing, expenses. Credit side will be your capital, liability, and revenue. Always like that. It always has on trial balance, on debit side must have X, all the accounts that category on asset, drawing, expenses. Credit side, capital, liability, revenue. Okay. And at the end of the day, or the end after you list out all the balances, you must have total the same total here. The debit must be the same with credit total. If not the same, so you will have error in your records. Okay, you try out first. I will give you the answer later. Thank you.